Since I had everything set up, I might as well go on and do the vlog for Friday. This is technically Thursday, but, well, best to, not procrastinate. 'Cause that leads to, that can lead to, complications. Because, sometimes I've procrastinated before, and, I've forgotten, basically to post a video until like an hour before it's, like, due to be put up. I mean, due to go live, and that's like, oh boy. Yeah. But anyways, this is Vlog Friday. And we can talk about a little bit about procrastination. We haven't really talked about that much. I for one do tend to like to procrastinate, and it doesn't really get to be a problem too much. It's kind of iffy. Sometimes I'll remember that I need to do a video, and I'm like, oh, I've got to do this video, and it will completely slip my mind because I didn't do it the night before. And so, in a way, procrastination once in a while isn't bad. Or too bad. But it can get to be a little bit excessive. For me, it depends. I really enjoy making videos, and really there was a time when I was like a month ahead, literally a month ahead on my channel, and now I'm only like a few days ahead. And usually it's the product reviews that I usually run out of, before time, and so I'm constantly making videos. None of my content is usually or typically done the day that it goes live. Well, the exception being, one exception being that, today I did the mid-month channel review for January 2021 rather. This is 2021, I guess. I did did that one the day of. It was just about 3 or 4 hours before it went live, so it's got plenty of time to upload, which it's doing currently while I'm making this video. I don't typically like to procrastinate because it puts me under undue stress. But sometimes it's just difficult to it's difficult to focus sometimes. But anyways, what we have is we're going to go through the usual vlog stuff. I did want to open with some procrastination stuff because it's easy to procrastinate. And I guess that one of my New Year's resolutions should be to procrastinate a little less. But anyways, still, it might be a new year, but still, people are going to feel down in the dumps. And there's a lot of uncertainty, and civil unrest and, the virus and stuff like that. That's all stressful, very stressful. And it can be easy to fall into depression and stuff like that, even with medication and stuff like that. But anyways, one thing that helps is to do something you enjoy at least once a day. Make sure it is something that's legal. And this basically falls into different, it depends on your dietary restrictions. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you eat a cookie if you're a diabetic or something like that. I know how that goes because my mother was a diabetic, and it wouldn't really mess with her blood sugar, and yeah, I guess I could go into the story. I don't remember what year it was, to be honest. It was probably the year prior to the one that she died. So, probably 3 or 4 years back. It's time just kind of blends all together. And, anyways, she lived alone in an apartment uptown. And she had diabetes real bad. She was a very brittle diabetic, and back when she had cancer treatments, it really messed with her diabetes. But, it was a few days before Christmas, and and so yeah, I almost didn't visit her that day, but I was walking by her apartment. And I thought, well, maybe I better check in on her because I would, because I would walk every day. I live across town, and I basically walk to the post office anyways. And so, anyways, well, I went in, and I'm glad I did. I had a key back then, and so I unlocked the door, went in, and I found her collapsed on the floor of the kitchen. And I really wasn't sure what to do, so I called. Basically, her landlord was also her friend, a friend of hers. So I called her up, and I'm like, "Oh, what am I supposed to do?" And she said, "Well, call the ambulance right away." So I did, um, because of course, you call the ambulance when someone's collapsed and in a diabetic coma. And so yeah, eventually the paramedics came, and they tried to give her a blood test, but the machine wasn't registering it because it was too high. Her blood sugar was just way too high. And then when they took her to the hospital, they didn't give her insulin for some reason. They wouldn't for some reason, and I still don't know why. I'm not too keen on that hospital, to be honest. But they refused to give her insulin, so they life flighted her to Peoria. And when they did the test there, they found that her blood sugar was over 1200, and that she was lucky to be alive at all. And then 3 days later, she came out of the coma after they gave her tons and tons of insulin. But yeah. Anyways, she was back home by Christmas, of course. But had I not found her, she probably would have died, a lot sooner. But anyways, had I procrastinated and basically not checked on her, she would have been dead. Which was yeah, that just took up most of the time just on this one part. But anyways, yeah, just treat yourself to something like or if you enjoy word searches, do one of those. I don't know. Anyways, there's always someone who cares. That is also very, very poignant, especially in this digital age. This is all stuff that I've said in all the other vlogs, so we're probably going to just hurry over most of these because I don't want to rehash things. Even though these points are super important, I'm going to probably skip over a lot of these and maybe come up with a new list because all this stuff is important. It's just I just feel like I'm rehashing old things. But yeah, there is always someone who cares. That is very, very poignant. And it's easy to forget that, and it's easy to slip further into depression if you think that nobody cares. And it's kind of tragic when that happens. Also, number 3 is important. If you are suffering from an affliction, there is no shame in seeking help. That is very, very true. There are societal tags that might label you by certain names if you have a mental illness, but as we know from number 5, societal tags and labels are pointless. People are people, regardless of what they suffer from, and there's always hope. But yeah, definitely seek help. I admire people that can actually handle depression without medication. That's awesome. Some people need it just to cope, and that's fine too. And no matter how bad things get, there's always hope. Also, always be yourself. There will never be another you. I usually bring up the people who have millions and millions and millions of YouTube followers, huge channels. They got there because they were themselves. But yeah, be yourself because there will never be another you. But yeah, people will always accept you for who you are. So hey, just be yourself. Anyone can make videos. There's people out there that make way better videos than mine. So I really appreciate people who actually watch my content. It just means a lot. I want to make better videos, and I really like making reaction videos because I really feel that the quality of those is usually really good. And so count on more of those, more reaction videos. But anyways, take care of yourself. If you need help, seek help. Um, and be yourself. Um, you're amazing, and just don't forget that. Anyways, I don't usually make vlogs that personal, but yeah. It was basically a year or so after I found her collapsed on the kitchen floor that she died of a heart attack, which was strange. She had suffered from cancer, and but she was basically cancer free because she had the lumpectomy. They went in, they took out all the lymph nodes, and all the lymph nodes were cancer free because of her chemo. And the chemo made her very sick because she was a brittle diabetic, but the radiation didn't bother her at all, really. She had a doctor named Fishkins, which was kind of funny. I always pictured him as an anthropomorphic fish for some reason. Like the Jinyu in World of Warcraft. But I don't think I ever met him, actually. But he always had the name Mr. Fishkins, and I don't know if he was like a fisherman by trade or something to get a name like Fishkins. But he was a great guy. Anyway, that's completely off topic. Anyways, if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. And if you want to support me in any way, all that information will be in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.